Alright, hopefully one more that won't end on a tasty, tasty cliffhanger so I can, like, get in the shower or something. I'm feeling a bit grimy. Anyways. Yeah, she looked into it immediately and got in touch with Naples. I'd expect no less from you, Francisco. Don't get the wrong idea, Mas Edgeworth. I didn't prepare these documents for you, the former prosecutor. I did it for the sake of the investigation, taking up the case his father left behind. Sis? I know they work together, but do they really see each other as brother and sister? Isn't she like 19? Hold on. I know she comes off as much more mature. Oh hey, Dogan is in this. Sierra Dogan. How do you not know his name, his age? Like, you had him in custody. At least you don't know Shelley's either. God, it's really everyone, isn't it? Minus the people from IS-7. Although, one of them's here. But yeah, that's really quite... It's impressive how they got everyone back except the IS-7 people, but still really drives home the point that the IS-7 thing doesn't relate to the rest of the cases. Kind of relates to Shields and his dad, and it was interesting and all. Don't get me wrong, I like the case, but it doesn't relate to the overall other 4 cases, you know? Again, unless that's going to be revealed, or I missed something, or whatever. Where's Francisca in this? Oh, there she is. Yeah, she's 19! Sis, but I thought information on the SS5 incident was restricted to the public. That restriction was placed by the prosecutor in charge of the case, Blaise de Best. Blaise de Best was the prosecutor in charge! I mean, that would be a bit more of a shock if I hadn't spoiled... whatever. Him. However, as a result of the trial just now, Blaise's authority has been revoked. Even though he wasn't on trial, but whatever. It's all thanks to his son. Sebastian! By bringing down his father, the door to this past case has been opened. Prosecutor de Best is currently wrapping things up in Patricia Rowland's trial. He told me to relay this message to you. Leave Pops and his cohorts to me. You guys just take care of the case on your end. He's become quite reliable right before our very eyes. Truly. Alrighty then. This is perfect. Now that we have the files, just leave the recreation to me. We didn't learn anything else. All we learned was who the prosecutor was. Is that really what you were missing, Kay? I thought, like, you know, some of the evidence, or the like what the room looked like might be important, or whatever. Indeed, let us begin. According to these documents, it appears the incident took place right in front of the Tower Plaza. Nothing in the documents suggested that. Yeah, I also have... There's also no mention of the whatever. This is the case summary. Whatever. Wait, whoa, what was that? 12 years ago, a president was kidnapped and a witness was killed. I don't remember that being brought up. Whatever, okay. Let's head to the plaza right away. Are we leaving all the unimportant? Thank goodness. Ah, for God's sakes. Well, a couple of them stayed behind, it seems. Okay, would you please activate the little Mr. Thief? Right. With these case files, recreating everything should be a snap. Where should I start? Where indeed? According to these documents, it seems there was a witness to the kidnapping of the president. Jack Cameron. Cameron. Still though, that guy looks a little weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just because he's smiling, and no one ever smiles in these games. That or his eye. The glasses, I think, are making his eyes a little beady, you know? A freelance journalist by the name of Jack Cameron. However, he happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and was murdered by the culprit. So that would mean the place he saw the president was here. Here? At the Grand Tower? No, the Grand Tower was only built around a year ago, Kay. Before that, this place contained mostly old abandoned buildings. However, 12 years ago, this place was... Ha! Now you're finally talking about some stuff that I know. Yeah, 12 years ago, this very spot was... Okay, that's a bit of a curveball. Also, it seems like they kept the clock. Neat. The Happy Family Home. Sure. What's that, pal? It was a place where children who had lost their parents could live. Or to put it simply, it was an orphanage. So the president was kidnapped in that orphanage. And the head of the facility at the time was Patricia Rowland. Apparently, Rowland always referred to it as her home. It seems that suspicion would naturally fall upon her. Patricia Rowland blazed a vest, and... God damn it. Oh, update an app. That's actually an important app I need to update. I should do that while this is going on. I'm not using bandwidth or anything to record. Patricia Rowland blazed a vest and President Huang walk into a bar. Haha, I've heard that one before, but more to the point. The darkness that remains from the SS5 incident still casts a shadow on the present case. Kay, I'd like your input I'd like you to input the investigation data from Jack Cameron's murder case, which we don't have, but hey, whatever. Anything else I should update while I'm here? Yeah, actually, that'd be a nice improvement. Okay, so I'm updating some apps, but whatever. Unimportant. Can't like you input investigating blah blah blah. We can probably assume he was killed by one of the kidnappers. So it sounds like it's just Patricia. Although it's possible she gave Blaze a shit ton of money to buy her innocence. So if we solve the murder case, we'll know who the kidnappers were, right? Precisely. I'm counting on you. Alright. Input that data. Footprints, huh? Ugh. We didn't need the blood, Kay. Oh, God.
What the heck is this? Everything's green.
I've come to expect such reactions. This is a recreation of the grounds of the facility that stood here 12 years ago. Based on the documents from the police investigation. And I imagine some public records, because, I mean, you got, like, statues and architecture down to a finer detail. Probably hacked into some town hall blueprints or some shit like that. I recreated the scene to show what it looked like when the police arrived at 7 a.m. the next day. I mean, the clock doesn't say 7 a.m., but whatever, we'll just ignore that. It appears a fair amount of snow had piled up here, you're telling me. Yeah, I heard the footprints in the snow were prime piece of evidence. The snow fell during the day, on the day of the incident. So the snow only fell before the crime took place. Which means the footprints wouldn't have been erased by further snow. I must make sure to pay close attention to these footprints. In investigation. So many people to talk to. I don't want to talk to them. Or, well, maybe her, but not... and him. Maybe him, not that guy. Maybe him. Why does Lang know... oh, maybe them too. Why does Lang know about this, is the thing. He also appears to have a card with him by his feet. Whatever, let's look at the footprints first. These seem to be larger footprints, and the other ones seem to be smaller footprints. These footprints stop near the body. They must be Mr. Cameron's footprints. He sure has some big feet. These look like a size 11. Child, I have a size 16. Hold on. In case you're European, I think they put tags on the shoes here. The tag's been worn. That's much better. Okay. So I am a size 16 US, 15 UK, 51.5 in Europe. Alright? Size 11. I was size 11 in middle school, girl. You know how much of a pain it is to shop for shoes? It is a massive pain. I don't base it on style. I base it on, does it fit on my giant foot? If the answer is yes, I usually end up buying it. I've gotten some funky shoes as a result. According to the data, shoes match these footprints. God damn it, Kay. Size 11. The footprints here seem to lead from the body. These footprints were believed to be the culprits. The shoe size is about a size 7. Hi, elementary school. That's fairly average. Ugh. They're really driving home the fact that I have massive feet. It seems we won't be able to tell who the culprit is from these footprints. Alright, let's examine this card by him. Ah, it's a phone, I see. And also, please take note of the lion lily. So this is the eyewitness. This is the eyewitness of the pretenders kidnapping, Jack Cameron. What exactly did he witness? He's got a bullet to the head. Oh no, shit! There's a brick. I've recreated the stage of the body based on the photos taken by the police. Oh yes, that would be accurate, Kay. Thank you. It appears he was struck in the head from behind. The murder weapon was a brick, right? It looks like the ones from the garden. The blood that flowed from his head has splattered all over the surroundings. Poor man. Here, take this. It's Mr. Cameron's autopsy. Why do you have that? Bludgeoned to death. February 10th, 1 a.m. I guess I can look at that further. Well, we'll dress in time. Let's look at that further. Jack Cameron, 31, died instantly after being hit in the head with a brick. He was likely killed just after leaving a message on his cell phone. From his cell phone. So we should check the phone, then. Why would an autopsy report know that? I assume this is the victim's cell phone. That's right. Apparently Mr. Cameron gave his eyewitness testimony over cell phone. What do you mean what do you mean by over the cell phone? After Cameron found the president, it seems he called his girlfriend. But she didn't answer the phone, so Cameron left a message on her answering machine. Take them the case files too. You want to hear it? Please. Whatever, they're gonna be my voice. Hello, Jill. Fucking. Hello, Jill. Are you asleep already? I'm in front of the facility now, but something's not right. President Hong is here, of all places. And what's more... Crap. The light just went off. I can barely see a thing now. I can't believe it. It's not Butter. But it almost looks like he's being kidnapped. I thought I'd let you know. What was that sound at the end? Edgeworth, really? It seems he was attacked while he was on the phone. Agent Lang, may I ask? What was the name of Mr. Cameron's beloved? I'm pretty sure I heard that her name was Jill Crane. Oh, what a shock. Wait, 12 years ago? How old Jill Crane? We don't have a profile for her, but I think she was like 30. Oh, no, wait, here she is. 33. Alright, so 12 years ago she was 21. That checks out. So it was true. Did you say Jill? This was why she was seeking revenge for 12 long years. The feeling and the items Miss Crane inherited from her beloved brought her to the auction. She had come to exact revenge on the conductor, Blaze. But Miss Crane tried to get revenge on Blaze, right? She may have wanted to get revenge on him for covering up the kidnapping case. Or perhaps she thought Blaze himself was the kidnapper. Or, you know, the murderer. It's also a distinct possibility. Can I examine? Yeah, I will examine that. A yellow flower has fallen here. In the language of flowers, it means a stolen treasure. Okay, please stop making things up. Still, this flower seems to be of a different variety of the ones growing nearby. Well then, why is it in a place like this? This bothers me a little. We should examine the flower bed itself after this. I knew it. Someone must have stolen this from somewhere and brought it here. Okay. And the language of flowers, this means an angry prosecutor. Well, the flowers are a universal language, apparently. Jack Cameron was a freelance journalist. He was killed because he witnessed a president's kidnapping. The bird really stands out in the recreation. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies. It stands out in the snow, too. Even in the original photo, it looks brutal enough. A lot of blood was spilled. Back of his head is covered in blood. This must be where all the... Yes, thank you, game, for driving that point home. According to the autopsy report, he was struck in the back of the head with a brick. I wonder where it is. Indeed, it's likely the killer approached Mr. Cameron from behind. Is the victim holding something in his hand? It's also written in the case file. Seems he was holding on to a button. A button? Did he tear it off the culprit's clothes? Cameron's corpse held it tightly with his right hand, stained with Cameron's blood. The brick, perhaps? This is the brick that was used as the murder weapon. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. You can find bricks like this all over the garden. They must have used one of them as a weapon. Camera, perhaps? Or maybe these foot... No, not good. Camera. The victim was carrying a camera. Oh! According to the case files, it seemed he only managed to take a single photo. Here it is. Gee, it's a bit of an important one, don't you think? God, he looks so much younger. Mysterious trench-coated figure with a gun, and Hong being like, how about you don't? And a snowman with a handprint on it. This is... Isn't that the president? He's being held up at gunpoint, and this must be the scene the victim witnessed. So the person in the coat must be the kidnapper. Indeed, it seems like some sort of disguise. If the logic of Agent Lang's father is correct, then this person should be Patricia Rowland. But why is there only one photo? Perhaps he was killed before he could take any more? Well, that's probably all it is for this scene. Let's examine that flower bed, shall we? The flower bed. According to the data, this facility had 3 gardens. Gee, 3 footprints, 3 gardens. Well, alright, thanks. Let's just go ahead and connect those, shall we? The way these flower beds are lined up, haven't I seen it? Oh, for God's sakes, it's not that difficult, game. Since it was during the winter, there was no flowers in bloom. What a shame. What's this yellow flower? Huh? Why is there a single flower here? That is a lion lily. It's a very rare type of lily. Did you say lion lily? That's the flower Miss Courtney gave to the president. What was it doing here? Could it be just a coincidence? If I recall, the lion lily originates from Asia. In the language of flowers, it means the bond between the parent and the child. I never knew you were so familiar with flowers. That much is common sense. You're simply lacking in your studies, Miss Edgeworth. What is it? It's like orchids that are deaf in Japanese, right? I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure orchids are deaf. Anyways. Yeah, logic it up. 3 footprints and the flower beds. There we go. Perhaps this was the true nature of the monster's footprints. True nature? Compared to the position of these footprints in the left-hand flower bed. Ah! The exposed areas of dirt matched where the flower beds were. So Blaze dug a hole in front of where each of the 3 flower beds used to be. Could you not remember which one? Exactly! Now why would he do such a thing? I believe we have a piece of evidence that tells us why. Why did Blaze dig holes in the ground near the flower beds? The letter? That's not the letter. This, right? Yeah. Take that! Okay. The report from Patricia Rowland to Blaze de Best. It said something was laid to rest in front of the flower bed. So Blaze was following Miss Rowland's instructions to dig it up, but why would he dig up 3 holes? The report didn't state which of the 3 flower beds the item was in front of. Oh, so Blaze didn't know exactly where to dig. That's why he had to dig up all 3 spots. Bad luck there, Blaze. Most likely, yes. I'm sure Blaze himself was none too happy about it. Yeah, he was probably hoping for the first one. And then, I mean, he had a 50-50 shot after that of which one it was. But he guessed wrong. He went through all that trouble. I wonder what he was trying to dig up. Struck by Bruce to dig something up near the flower beds. Could it be the only other piece of logic we have? Possible. Maybe? Ah. I would hide a murder weapon. I can't see a clear connection. Well, as long as you can't. Need to rethink this. No, we don't. Let's confirm we are done examining the body. Okay, yeah, we're done there. So I guess we talk to people now? Unless there's something else worth examining. Maybe the snowman, yeah. This is mostly melted, but appears to be a snowman. There's a scarf and a hat. It must have melted since it was dressed so warmly. The poor thing has even lost one of its buttons that was used for its eyes. The temperature reaches its lowest point at dawn. Perhaps it would have been refrozen later. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Once a snowman melts, even if it freezes up again, it becomes an iceman instead of a snowman. What? Why is this like the revelation of the century for you? Is that what she was expecting me to say? Oh, he was exaggerating his reaction. Right, when we come back, we'll be talking to people. Thanks so much for watching. I've been Talk to you later, shooting your shares, and see you around Ass Clowns.